Did someone older model about self-worth that helped you find your own? Wow. Okay. I would say my mom. Even though growing up, I was not that close to my mom. I was always closer to my dad. But my mother always taught me to be financially independent. Yeah. She worked, and she, I used to not like the fact that she worked, because that meant I didn't get to spend a lot of time with her. And she worked shifts because she was a nurse, and she had night duties like once a month. And I used to miss my mom a lot as a young child. I would sometimes like go on my parents' bed and smell my mother's pillow. Yeah, just to get a scent of her. Yeah, and every time she came back from work, like if she was on morning shift, then she'll come back at around 2:30. That was like my favorite shift of hers, because then I get to see her and just interact with her the most. Yeah, so she would always take a bus back, and she would stop at the terminus, and then she would walk into our home. And when I see her like rounding the corner, I get like so excited. Yeah, I think that in a way it's quite sad. I think if my mom hadn't had to spend so much time at work, I think we would have been closer. Yeah. But unfortunately, it was what it was, right? And I used to think like, why work, mom? Like, you see, when you work, then I miss you. You don't get to cook for me, and all the things that is all me, right? Yeah. But then I told my mom, I said, when I grow up, I want to be a housewife. I want to be like my auntie who lived across from her, who was a housewife. And I said, look, my cousin is having such a nice life. Her mom is always around. And in fact, it was my aunt across the road who would sometimes tie my hair for me in the morning to go to school, because my mom may have been like on night duty or something. Yeah. So she said, no, don't ever say you want to be a housewife. She said, I don't want to hear that from you. You must work, she told me.
Wow.
She said, you must have your own money, because that will mean you have independence and you will not need to depend on anybody. Yeah. And she said, it's got nothing to do with whether your husband is good or not. Like, Papa is a good father, but I still believe in having my own money. Yeah. And I want that for you too. Yeah. So, when I was very young, it still didn't sit well with me, because I could not, in my little brain, I didn't have the wisdom to understand what she meant, right? Yeah. But as I grew up, I realized that, wow, my mom was right. Yeah. And I'm so glad that, she kind of drummed it into me, even though I was quite resistant to it. Yeah, but it stayed. Yeah, and I'm so glad that it stayed and that I lived it out. Yeah. And it was very funny, because she always said, don't stay in the kitchen. Like, sometimes I like to mess around with her if she's like baking a cake or whatever. She'll say, just go and read your book. And I always wondered why she always just chased me, and she didn't want me to belong in the kitchen. It's like, your place is not in the kitchen. Okay? You should go, like, read, learn, be knowledgeable, rather than, learn how to cook and then in the end be the one ending up cooking for other people. Yeah, it's very weird lah. I don't know why. My mom was a bit of quite liberated in that way for her generation. A closet bra burning, what's that, woman's lip, freedom fighter. I guess she didn't realize that was what she was, but and she kind of wanted that for me. So I would say my mom.
That's very powerful. It's very powerful. I think the imprint from our mothers really, it sticks for life, right? Yeah. Very powerful. Like that.
Thank you. Wow.
Who was the first older person who really saw you, and what stayed with you? I was just sharing this story with my daughter about how when I was about primary 2 would be 8 or 9. I was very, very messy, right? My uniform is all, I was a very messy kid, right? My hair is all like, it's just very messy. And if I don't even carry handkerchiefs when I was a kid, right? Like after eating, I'll just use my sleeve and clean my mouth. I was a real...
Wow, okay.
Yeah, at that age, I was really messy, right? And my handwriting was horrendous. Yeah, it was just very messy. And I think, thinking back, right, I think I was just dealing with a lot, but it was not, like, no one really knew what I was going through. And so, it just, I just acted out in all these strange ways, right? So when I was in 9, in primary 2, this teacher, she realized that, like, wow, this can't go on, like, what what's wrong with her? Like, my exercise books were like, it's complete mess, like, I'll write all over, then I'll erase until there's a hole, and she can't even read my homework, right? Okay. So she made me stay back in class during recess time, and she taught me how to write. Like, she said, okay, you need to write slowly, don't be impatient. She taught me how to, like, on my exercise book, right, like your 2-finger spacing, and then you write, then you leave a line so it's neater. And so she was talking to me quite a lot, and giving me the attention, I guess, when I really needed it at that point in time. And of course, I was middle child syndrome as well, right? So you're caught in between, you're not getting the attention that you need. So she gave me that, right? And so her name, I'm sure she has passed on now. Her name was Mrs. Ganga. So she was a really small Indian lady with she had this huge bindi, and she always wore a sari, right? And she, little Indian ladies always have their hair, the long hair, right? The traditional, the long hair then is braided. Yeah. So that impression of her as a very gentle, like a mother figure, a teacher, right? So she really, it left such a deep impression on me that I have a soft spot for Indian ladies who are like that. That I was telling my daughter that there's a similar looking lady who lives around my area, and one day it was raining, right? And I had an umbrella, and it was raining quite heavily, and she didn't have an umbrella. She was trying to cover herself with a sari. What I did was I ran towards her and I gave her my umbrella. I said, here, you can have it. Because I knew where she lived, so I know that she has, some ways to go before she gets home. I said, you can have it. And then I just ran home. And I was telling my daughter about it. See, my soft spot for little Indian ladies from the time when I was, a little kid. Yeah. So that really left an impression.
She was such a wonderful teacher. I mean, not many would bother to take the time to do this. It's like, wow.
And at that point in time, I mean, we were in school when we were in primary school. It was in the 70s, right? Yeah. And it's unheard of, right? I mean, teachers don't do things like, because they don't really understand the concept of, like, troubled kids.
They just think you're messy lah. Yeah.
So it was very, very deep impression.
Perceptive of her to even pick it up as a manifestation of something deeper that you needed. Wow, so precious for a teacher. She really was in the right vocation.
I know. Super patient with me. But, she would be quite strict sometimes, with the class, which is very normal. I mean, teachers
which is good. Very firm yet gentle, right?
Yeah. Which is nice.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Feel good. Very feel good.
Yes.
Who taught you how to live well, whether a job, a place, or a relationship? Actually, my mother also.
Yeah.
My mother, she, to everybody else in her circle, she's like lovable, Auntie Dixie, always feeding people, never a harsh word, always giggling, laughing. That people loved her. She had, 50 godchildren. I exaggerate, maybe 25. People would their faces would light up when they think of my mom. But I think I had the benefit of knowing a side of her that was very steely. She was like marshmallow, yes, but I tell you, when it comes to being strong when she had to be, like when my dad was ill, my mother didn't fall apart. She just took over, making sure he was okay in hospital and everything. And I never saw her break down. She was just very you got to do this. It's like a matter of fact thing. Her care came through being very steady, very clear-headed, and doing the best for that person. So when my brother and I are both divorced. So when my brother got divorced and he told my mom about it, right? She was so cool. I thought my mom was gonna cry and everything, right? She was like, "Oh, okay." She said, "Never mind. You'll find someone better." I was shocked. She said, "Do you know mommy said that?" I was like, "What?" Marshmallow mommy. She's like, yeah. She said, "Don't worry, you'll find someone better." So I thought okay, maybe because she's very close to my brother, so in a way she took his side. So it could have been a way of her way of expressing, "I'm on your side. You're all good. Don't worry, you don't need this person." But I also feel that for me, she's always told me don't always, if you're sick, take your medicine. Don't be such a sissy, don't wallow. If you're sick, take your medicine. Do what you need to do. And I've seen her, because she was a nurse, she would sometimes draw blood for my dad, if he needed to do a blood test. And then she would be in the living room and she'll "Okay, let's come do it." Then my dad himself would be feeling a bit weak already, right? Then all of us would be "Oh no, must he do it in front of us? We're watching TV, And she's like, "What?" And she just draw nothing, So I just feel that my mother had this, this indomitable spirit that nothing could get her down. And so I feel that she would be the person, I guess, if I can leave things without wallowing, and I think that comes from her. I feel that I'm a bit like that too. Yeah, I will not carry, like you, I think I answered a previous question. I will not carry weight that does not help me. Yeah. So my mom was like that, and maybe unconsciously watching her, it rubbed off on me. Yeah. So
okay. Yeah, you were well loved.
Yeah. But in a way, I felt, okay, because I didn't understand as a child, right? I always thought my mother was very cold and a bit hard. A bit hard-hearted.
Towards you?
I mean, in a way that she handled things, you know, I felt that. But then I saw how she was with people who were not in her immediate family. Like, very different, you know what I mean? She would be like this marshmallow auntie, but with me, she was like, no, very firm. Yeah.
I guess it's good.
I guess I wanted the marshmallow mummy. You know, as a kid, you would want that. Someone to mollycoddle you.
Of course.
But she never mollycoddled me. Yeah.
But that's the kind of mom, right? Like, very firm but loving.
I guess, yeah.
That's the kind of parent that we all need, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt that she was my cheerleader in that way. Like one of those coaches that never let you get lazy. Yeah. She was that sort of a mom. Yeah.
Nice. What was modeled to you about dignity or self-respect that shaped your inner code? I guess, okay, the first person that comes to mind, even though she's not, she's someone who, because of her own, whatever that's going on within her own life, right? She became quite a toxic person. This auntie, my father's oldest sister, she was, for her time, right? The time I don't even know what year she was born in, but she was at least 20 years older than my father. So my father's 91, right? So she was like 110. Like, so she was like a surrogate mom.
Okay.
Right? But at the same time, she also she got into trouble in her early years. I think early 20s, she got pregnant. And she raised her daughter. So the daughter is older than my father. Right, so she raised the daughter on her own.
Okay.
But there was something about her. I mean, of course, there's a lot of resentment that she had about, whatever happened to her at that point in time.
Yeah.
But she was very determined about her independence, about... then she went abroad. She lived in the UK, and she never got married ever. I don't think so. And she was well-traveled, educated, she learned and very, very independent. And her self-respect, like this is something that she would, when we were little, she'll talk a lot about it, like in front of my father, right? She'll say, all of you girls, because my father has 3 daughters, right? So my auntie would say, all of you girls must make sure that you are self-sufficient, like what your mom said to you, right? Must be self-sufficient. And she said, you don't rely on a man for everything. And she would also always, lecture my mom because she felt my mom was too dependent, which is true. My mom was too dependent on my dad, right? And so she used to drive, that the Volkswagen, the old one,
the Beetle, the old Beetle. Yeah. Wow!
And she used to dress like Queen Elizabeth, like she had those dresses and the handbag.
Okay. So
and those shoes,
elegant. Yeah.
and her hair.
Oh, so cute.
She's like,
She was the queen.
she's very English. Her home was like when we have tea time, we have to use, there is like proper
the set, the
teapot,
whole proper set with the
tea,
cozy
and the sugar cubes.
Wow.
And she would bake everything.
Nice.
She would, so when you go to a home, you know this is an English home. Everything is just very proper. The setting, the meals, she'll cook like turkey stuffing and all that. I mean, that's her thing, right? And there was a lot of dignity in how she delivered, how she held herself up, and the self-respect. I mean, as a child and as a teenager, she passed on when I was maybe in my early 20s.
Okay.
But she left an impression on me on, like how she carried herself. Even though there were parts of her I didn't like she was quite fierce, I thought, and but yeah, like a little bit like Iron Lady,
Margaret Thatcher.
yes, yeah, but very, very, very powerful in that sense. A strong figure, but I also knew that I don't want to be exactly like that because very hard.
Yeah,
a part of her was very hard.
Yeah.
I, as a child or teenager, I rarely heard her laugh. Maybe I would have seen her smile, but laughter, I don't know. Maybe she would laugh with her friends. I mean, not amongst the kids, right? I don't know. But so she left a deep impression. Yeah.
Wow.
Dignity and self-respect. Yeah.
Do you still have photos of her? It'd be nice to see.
Maybe I need to dig it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I like to sit in her car.
Oh, of course. It's such a cool car, I still love that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sound it makes, it's so unique, right? And there is a car around my area, right? The same model, right? The same kind of sound. Whenever I hear that sound,
like a very deep growl.
I would definitely turn around like, where's the car? You can recognize it.
It's iconic.
Yeah, very iconic. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll show you the photo.
Yes.
I'll look for it.
What does she do with all her handbags? And her
I
clothes?
don't know. I have no idea. She worked for the Salvation Army. She was, she was eventually
she donated them to the Salvation Army.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She rose to the ranks working there.
Okay.
I think, if I'm not wrong, they took her in right when she was.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Was,
and it all worked out. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Precious memories, right?
It's woman power episode.
I know, right? Let's see. One more.
Yeah. Okay. What did someone older do with their pain that taught you something about resilience? Oh, wow. Okay. I would say one of my older cousins. I've become very close to her now. Maybe in the last at least 10 years. Yeah. Before, when we were kids, quite close. And then teenagers, very close. And then in our 20s, like she's just 4 years older, we kind of drifted apart because I felt that she'd become the daughter that my parents never had. Because she lived with us and she was just doing everything right, ticking all the boxes that I wasn't ticking. Yeah, so my parents were very drawn to her. Yeah, and I felt like we were in competition and, like we were rivals for their affection. Yeah, it was quite bad lah. That kind of created a rift between us. Yeah.
Okay.
But she went through a lot as a kid. That's why she came to live with us. Yeah. I will not go into detail.
Yeah. Of course.
But for all the wounds, she's such a loving person. And it's not pretense, it's not hypocrisy, it's not for show. It's really, she really has healed in her. I don't know how she has healed. I'm sure it's through faith as well. And I don't know what she did lah. Okay. But she has so much love. She's taught me so much about forgiveness. She's forgiven the person who has hurt her so much during her childhood. Yeah, and I a lot of us, like in the family, we just marvel at her. Her being, she's probably the most wounded and had to go through the hardest childhood among all of us, but she's now the cement and the glue that brings our family together. Yeah. And it never, what she went through, the trauma never made her bitter. It just made her, I think, better. Like, she did very well in school. Socially, I think because of what she went through, maybe it kind of made her kinder than your average person. So her heart is very, very, very big. Yeah. And anybody who knows her will tell you, oh yeah, she's very loving. Like, she loves everybody, and she does things to serve them and to make them feel loved. Yeah. So I would say this older cousin of mine, her resilience to rise above the childhood trauma.
Yeah.
To be she's like the big sister I never had. She's like my brother's slightly younger sister that he never had, better than me, the version 2 of me. And she's always like the one like, y'all don't be like that lah. She's always the one that tells us to be kind, to be forgiving, to be generous, and don't be resentful, stuff like that. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. That's lovely. It's nice that you are now close again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think it is what it is lah. So, what happened, I guess, cannot be helped because, I was who I was and she was who she was. And yeah.
And, it's actually quite normal, inverted commas, right? Like siblings rivalry is just one of those things, right? That you experience.
Yes. Yeah.
What lesson did you witness, not because it was told, but because it was lived in front of you? What lesson did you witness? I think these lessons about love, kindness, and all that, it's always the small moments, right? I mean, that I witness and I appreciate, that I put in my gratitude log. Like whenever I witness a friend who is being kind, let's say to someone else, or who doesn't have anything nasty to say about whoever or whatever, it makes me pay attention, and I go like, wow, okay, that's a really, because we could go the other way, right? And start being nasty or start being unkind. And I appreciate, to witness the kindness, and then I'll put it in my gratitude log. Like, I am so grateful to have witnessed this. So if I were to look through my gratitude log, I will see that it's always the small things that I witness, like other people's kindness, other people's behavior, like kind behavior, not necessarily towards me, you know, like towards other people that I have noticed, like, oh, okay, I've never seen this side of this person, and I'm grateful to have witnessed it. You know, it's just, I would say things like that, you know, the little things that people do that maybe most people don't think much about it, or maybe they themselves don't think much about it because it is second nature. To me, it stands out.
Yeah.
You know, when the kindness is being practiced, it's just
correct.
Very striking for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Even when I always go to this halal shop, halal food store to buy wonton mee because I don't take pork, right? So I like the noodles.
Oh.
And these two young guys, they're probably in their 20s or late 20s.
Oh.
They're always very kind. Like whenever I order something and they're very gentle in their demeanor as well, like in their response. And when I say thank you, they'll say, oh, you're very welcome, you know, in a very gentle way. And it just makes me feel like, you know, people like that,
so caring.
Yeah. And people like that usually make the food more delicious. You know, I feel. And that's the reason. And sometimes when I eat, I say, oh, why is this so delicious? You know, and I think the people are nice.
Yeah.
The people who made it are really nice. And so, you know, things like that. So it's very inspiring.
Yeah.
To witness people who behave well.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And especially when they don't even realize it.
Yes.
Like, you know, they're not putting on a show to let
exactly.
you see, hey, I'm so good. No. Yeah, that makes it even more striking. Yeah.
And especially when these two are young. Which
you
surprised me.
Yes, young people are quite like careless about things. They're like, I don't care lah, you know.
Yeah.
I know, that's very sweet. Yeah. And it's true that if you cook with good intentions, your food will taste better. Yeah. I believe so. Yeah.
You can tell, right? Like
yes.
The food somehow,
Yes. Yeah. Made with love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.